Alright, gonna showcase the Cloud deck. So this is mono white. It's not the best deck. It's a little bit underpowered. So hopefully I'll get some decent matchups. Right off the bat, looks like this is gonna be a terrible matchup, but let's go ahead. We'll see what happens here. It is a pretty cheap commander to play. I imagine I'm probably gonna have to play a few games to actually get a win here. There are better ways to build this deck than the way I did it, but it is it's a playable deck. It's fun. We'll play it out though here and see what happens. I think this is probably the best choice, just to slow down my ramp here, because as soon as Roxanne comes out, I'm going to be in quite a bit of trouble. So now I could get my commander out, or I could get Stoneforge and Tutor, but the commander's going to do the same thing, so I think that might be the bet. That'll help me thin the deck out and hopefully draw a land next turn. Now I might want to go for like a 1 or 2 mana artifacts, just in case I don't draw land. Could get a little protection from my commander. I'm gonna go with Shadow Spear for now. Not the ideal choice. It's really not the card I want to be fetching with Cloud, but considering my mana situation right now, it probably wouldn't have been a terrible idea to mulligan that hand. Yeah, and they are going to come out with more ramp here. That is a land. That's pretty good. I wonder if they would want to trade. If I swung right now, if they did block, I could just drop Mithril Coat. But I don't think they're going to block. I think they're going to want to keep Delighted Halfling on the battlefield. So in that case, I think I might just do some more ramp. Or some more tutoring. I could fetch out a sword, protection from red. Although I guess the rocks that Roxanne makes are colorless, so that's really not going to help. What is the bet? Usually this is the first card I would go to, just to start getting some more card draw, some more card advantage, make some mana, give me a lot of options. I could grab a sword, but I don't have the mana to equip it. But I do need to pick something pretty quickly. Yeah, maybe Swiftfoot Boots. And then I'll go ahead and drop that. And if they want to trade here, that's fine. I'll go ahead and swing in with Cloud. I don't think they're going to block, but if they do, I'm going to remove one of their mana pieces, so that'll be alright. Yeah, I didn't think they were going to block there. That's okay. Okay, so Roxanne probably comes out next turn. As long as they drop their land, in which case I can just equip Mithril Coat and I should be fine. Yeah, that might be the play. Equip Mithril Coat and then on my next turn just Path to Exile Roxanne and hope for the best. If they don't play Roxanne right now, then I can tap Stoneforge Mystic to put some artifact in. Okay, so they're not going to play Roxanne. Interesting. Okay, they are going to ramp some more. I'd rather keep Mithril Coat to flash it in. I could Path to Exile them, but they're just going to get a basic land anyway, and all of these are just mana dorks, so it's not really going to give me a ton of value. That's fair. Yeah, I mean, I'd rather, I guess, they use it on that instead of something that's going to be a little bit more valuable to me. So I've got two choices here. Teferi's or Mithril Coat. So I can't equip him because I can use Stoneforge Mystic to flash out Mithril Coat. I don't have to cast it. It just needs to enter the battlefield. Don't want to attack with him. Yeah, already this game isn't really going as well as I hoped it would. I mean, to be fair, for this matchup, it is going better than I hoped it would. I'm not getting the card draw that I would hope for. I'm going to wait for them to target my commander, and then I'm going to go ahead and flash in Mithril Coat. Yep, there we are. Ooh, so do I drop this other enchantment here, or do I keep mana up for maybe Teferi's protection? Yeah, kind of a tough choice. I guess I'll swing in with a commander, at least get some life gain. I'm just gonna pass the turn. I'll wait and see what he's gonna do. It would be really nice to be able to get a hold of some better artifacts that I could equip. I think I am gonna, yeah, I'm gonna take care of Roxanne here. Make them recast it. And they are in combat phase right now, so they're going to have to wait until their second main to recast it again. Yeah, so right now there's really not much they can do. Okay, they do have the mana to recast it. Oh, the question is, should I Teferi's protection now or should I wait? Because they're probably going to target Stoneforge. Yeah. Do I really need Stoneforge? I don't know. Interesting. Yeah, I guess that's Teferi's here. That might have been the wrong choice. I know how much of a pain Roxanne is to deal with, and more land. That is absolutely not what I needed to draw right now. That is a bummer. That doesn't make me happy. Well, I guess let's just keep, stacking up artifacts on my commander. At least I get some value. Yeah, that card's not going to help much. Ghostly Prison, I'm not prioritizing that right now because they have the mana to pay for the attack with Roxanne. I wonder if it probably would have made more sense. Yeah, no, I'm good. Okay, so it's got Vigilance, so I can keep it back as a blocker. So if they do decide to swing in with Roxanne, I can at least block with that. And at this point, it doesn't really matter if they target Stoneforge with the Meteorite. Now that's going to be a problem. Actually, I don't know if it will be a problem. I mean, they're going to have all the mana in the world that they need anyway, so really what I need is just some removal. Nice board wipe would be ideal right now. That's okay, still got Indestructible. So they will have to recast their commander. It's going to get more expensive, but every time they do, they're going to make another meteorite. More mana, which isn't awesome, but this might actually keep them from being able to attack in. My guess is they'll probably attack in with Old Gnawbone, make the treasure tokens, and then cast Roxanne. Oh, so they, yeah, that was not the way to do that. What they should have done is swung in with Old Gnawbone, because now... I mean, yeah, now I've got the blocker, so they're not going to get their treasure tokens. I think that was an oversight on their part. The only way I win this right now is if I can get a board wipe. And more land. What are the odds I'm going to draw land that many turns in a row? Yeah, I think... Yeah, I'm in a pretty bad situation right now. Yeah, that's not going to do anything. I mean, might as well get the life gain. This game does seem pretty hopeless for me, but for some reason, yeah, that's going to double up Roxanne's triggers, so they're going to be making more meteorites. That's a problem. I mean, they might as well swing in with Priest, too. No reason not to. Yeah, now they have all the meteorites they need to recast Roxanne as many times as they need. Not to mention the treasures they're going to make from it. And more land. More. Okay. Well, I mean, I guess that's that. I'm not going to sit through it. Arena just did not have my best interest on their priority. So we'll go ahead and jump into another one. And I don't have too many lands in this deck. I think I've got just the right amount. That was just... it was a weird game. I think if I draw some more artifacts, I could have had a chance at standing out Roxanne, but... not that time. Wasn't gonna happen then. So this deck is pretty underpowered to be playing against counter spells. I mean, the Mithril Coat's pretty nice, but I do have 3 lands. I don't have any ramp, so that's kind of a problem. Protection from red and blue, so I already have that in hand. You know what, I might just keep this. Might be the wrong plan, but we'll play it out, see what happens. And I'm going to get to go first here, so that does help a little bit. And I'm going to cast my commander on my next turn unless I draw something else. Yeah, I'm not going to be playing that anytime soon. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and cast him. He doesn't have blue, so I don't have to worry about wash away. That's going to thin the deck out a little bit. Instants and sorceries, that could be pretty good, but I am going to go for the Aether Spark here because, I mean, that's what the deck was designed to do, is just double up the triggers on the Aether Spark, get some counters on him, draw some cards, do some cool stuff. And if I can do his -10 for 10 mana, then I can play a ton of these different artifacts too. Okay, so here I am just going to hold up for Mithril Coat. There we are. So if they don't leave up, see, they are going to leave up some blue. So I'm just going to try to bait them here. Red and blue. Yeah, I'm just going to see if I can try to bait a counter spell from them. If they have it, then they're gonna have to cast it here. Yep, there it is. Good. I'm gonna try to get them to use their counter spells now because what I really want to resolve is the Aether Spark. So I wonder if they cast their commander this turn, or if they're gonna leave up mana for another counter spell. No, okay. Oh, this is good. So I can path them now, equip Aether Spark on my turn. They don't have any mana up for a counter spell. I don't think they have the prerequisites right now for a free counter spell either, so yeah, I think now's the time. I'll equip him and he'll get his double triggers, and then on my next turn I should be in pretty good shape. We'll see what they do with this 5 mana that they have. Okay, so they are going to mostly tap out. They've got Arcane Signet. I don't think that's a big problem. So I could have put Swiftfoot Boots on here. I don't know if that's the play, though. He's got Indestructible right now. So the only thing I need to worry about is like a blue spell. Maybe have him get returned to my hand or something. But I should be safe. Yeah, I think the play here is to just go ahead and make the mana. Let's -10, and let's play these artifacts here and get them equipped. Color, doesn't matter. I guess we'll do white. I can't equip this, actually. That's going to be pretty good. So they're going to be forced to block here. And then, yeah, let's go ahead and put the Swiftfoot Boots on too. Give him a little bit of extra protection. Now if I could only get some lifelink on him. I could go for their commander. They don't have to block. They can lose their commander, but if I go for their life, then they have no choice but to block, and then I don't have to worry about this prowess. What's the worst thing that's going to happen? I mean, if I do go for the commander, they just make another token. Yeah, I think we make them block. But if I can equip this sword next turn, then they're not going to be able to block. Because it's going to have protection from blue. So if they make that little token, since it's a blue and red... Okay, yeah, that's a bummer. Oh, that's tough. Okay.
Together we can ship
there's another land. Let's go ahead and tap it for colorless. Let's try to get some ramp going. Try to play my commander. Let's see what happens. And then next turn... okay, yeah, I could do this. I'm gonna go for lifelink. Let's get the boots on board, so next turn I can go ahead and get those equipped.
Well, gotta work with what's available.
Okay, so they're tapped out, so it looks like I am gonna win this, or I'm gonna survive another turn. Maybe I'll win, I don't know, I hope so. The Shadow Spear is going to be pretty good because it's going to give trample. So is it play Aether Spark or Shadow Spear, leave up some mana for Mithril Coat? Yeah, I can't equip that right now. It would be nice to get that mana going. I don't know what the play is. I could equip this right now. So they can't do their ultimate next turn, not yet. This is a problem. It needs to go. That's a combo piece, which can make for an infinite. Yeah, let's just Aether Spark. Do I pay? Yeah, I'll pay. I don't want them to have a card draw. But I really can't attack though, because they'll just block. So I think I just chill for now, and hope it survives. It's got hexproof, so they can't target it. But well, let's see what happens. It's unfortunate I couldn't attack with my commander this turn, because it would have been nice to put some more counters on. Which one are they going for, though? The boots or the Aether Spark? Okay, so they're going for the Aether Spark. That's okay. That's not the end of the world. I mean, that's just going to take some card draw and some mana. But I think with the artifacts I have in hand, I should be in a pretty good position.
There's nothing more beautiful than a sky full of deadly lightning.
I could board wipe on this next turn too. Yeah, I'll have to flash in Mithril Coat, but then I could board wipe too. I don't know what those 3 cards they have in hand, but oh, this is a tricky situation. Yeah, I think I just flash in Mithril Coat with a block here, which they are going to. That's fine. Pay the 1. Yeah, I'll pay the 1. Yeah, and then let's just go ahead and board wipe. Destroy all untapped creatures. I'd hate to get the wrong one there and end up killing my own commander. Although he does have indestructible, but that's okay. Alright, ball's in their court. They got a lot of mana and they have quite a few cards in hand, so let's see what happens here. Extra turn? Of course they're gonna have an extra turn. Because why not? Who doesn't like having an extra turn? Although I gotta say, this deck is holding up quite well against a blue-red deck for what it's supposed to be.
I'll save you once, then it's back to my quest.
They have more artifact removal. They do. Okay. Well, what are they going back to my hand? Yeah, it's alright. Okay. Commander's still on the board, and they're out of mana. They used their extra turn already.
Thanks for the helping paw.
Okay. I think now's the time for this. Do I pay? Yeah, I think I have to, right? So if I go for their commander, they're going to be forced to +1. So they're not going to be able to get more cards. 5 damage to their health isn't going to do much right now, so I think going for the commander is the move. And they can't block because their otter's
Critter like me?
So I actually wouldn't be mad at drawing some more lands right now. I would not be mad if I got another land. Quite the contrary to the previous game. Yep, they're gonna make their token.
Together we can shift the
There are
current.
2 cards in hand. I have no idea what they could be.
Another genius idea by Ruth.
Is that a red card that gives you an extra turn? What was that? Sure. Okay. So they're all about taking extra turns. That's their whole game plan. Just take all the turns.
Oh yeah, it's coming together. Another genius idea by Raul Zarek.
Do they have enough for lethal
Requires new
here?
strategies. There's evidence here somewhere.
So I think after this, my best bet is to just cast Shadow Spear and try to get some life from the back. What is the attack trigger on this? Cast a sorcery spell. Okay, so it looks like they are going to have lethal. They're giving me the good game. Alright, cool. Nice. Have all the extra turns. All of them. I don't need any turns. I don't play Magic the Gathering to have turns. That's fine. That's not what I'm here for. I'm not here for turns. You can have all of them. Oh, that's frustrating. Oh, mono. Oh, blue. Blue, 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 blue. It is the worst. Alright, one more time with Cloud. Let's jump into it and see what we can get into. Please not blue. Please don't match me with blue. White, okay. This is kind of an aggro deck, but it might be okay. I think I can do this. Chris's Silence, that's a pretty good play. Opponent is gonna go first, but that's fine. I am just gonna thin the deck here. Let's go ahead and Curse's Silence their commander. Was it Font of Hope? Done. Okay. Alright, excellent. So 1, 2, maybe this might be the play. Just so I can block their Ocelot Pride. Or leave up Path to Exile. Let's go Stoneforge. Yeah, this is the one. Let's go ahead and get the tutor. Let's do what I came here to do. Let's go ahead and grab the Aether Spark. Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, let's get another tutor then. What do I want now? I don't think I have any protection from white. At least I don't have that sword in my deck. So what's the next? Yeah, let's get some lifelink, I guess. Sure. I'll keep Path to Exile up. I think I do sacrifice it here. Yeah, let's get the card draw, more land, that's fine. Sure. Let's path their commander. So they're gonna get some land, but they're still gonna need one more land. Actually, no, they don't need the land because the tax isn't on there now, so they could cast it again next turn if they want. But if they do decide to cast it again, then that's going to be their turn, because they're just going to have one extra land, or two if they have another one in their hand. I could cast Phyrexian Vindicator right now. That might not be a terrible plan. Spin the deck some more. I'd rather hold on to the Vindicator in case they cast a board wipe or some other removal. That way I can get something back on the board. Aether Spark, sure, yeah, let's do it. And I'm gonna keep Stoneforge back to block. Okay, sure, so they're gonna... That's a pretty good option. So do I want mana here, or do I want card draw? Card draw might be the play. Land tax? Yes, let's do that. They do have more lands than me. 4, 5, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I've already played my land this turn. Good. Yeah, I'll get some use out of that. Alright, so I think for now I could wait to see if I want to flash this in or leave up mana for protection, which I think I'll do. Yeah, so no attack this turn, just gonna chill. So on my upkeep, the land tax will trigger. I'll get to thin out my deck a little bit more. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so I'm just gonna flash this in. And they are gonna get their Ocelot Pride trigger, which is unfortunate. Okay, so they are gonna swing with that, so that's gonna leave less blockers, which is gonna make it easier to attack. If I can get something to pump up my commander. Yep, they're gonna get their triggers. That's fine. So now might be a good time for Phyrexian Vindicator. Flare Fortitude, what was this? Non-token creature, your life total. Oh, okay, it's yeah, it's a Fairy's Protection. Interesting. Well, if I flash, or if I play this right now, then I'm not gonna have Teferi's Protection, so if they have removal, I could be in trouble here. Let's draw some cards. Mithril Coat. Okay, I think that's the play. So Mithril Coat, attack with him, get the trigger on Aether Spark, and then if they block, I'll just flash in Mithril Coat. That way I still get the trigger, and I've still got mana up in case I want to play Teferi's Protection on their turn. Okay, I could also Flare Fortitude by sacrificing the Archivist. That'll save my Teferi's Protection if I want to use that later. And it will be free. You know what? Yeah. Yeah, that might be the play. Discard 2. Okay. Sure. Get some value there. So I do have a little bit of protection, so I can drop my Phyrexian Vindicator next turn and still have enough mana for Teferi's protection. Other creatures with flying have indestructible. Sure, okay. So what do I do here? This is kind of a problem. Yeah, let's fetch some lands here, thin the deck out. I might lose this, but you know, it's still a pretty good game, so I'm fine with that. I wonder if I draw some cards. I think I have to draw cards. I need to look for an answer. Yeah. Let's do that. Okay, yeah, and now we just hold up mana with Teferi's protection. Discard S. Yeah, I think discarding Esper Sentinel might actually be a pretty good choice here because I don't think I'm going to get any card draw off of it at this point. I don't need it as a blocker because all their stuff is flying anyway. So I need removal for this guy, and then just a board wipe, I guess. Exile artifacts or enchantments. That's okay. I'm going to cast Teferi's here anyway. So I'll wait for him to target it, and here we are. Yeah, that's thin the deck. Mana Tithe, that does not help. Let's draw more cards, see what I can get. Looking for an answer here. This helps a little bit. Cast that at instant speed. But I don't think I have enough to answer all of this. I could get lifelink on Phyrexian Vindicator, that would be pretty good. Yeah, let's go ahead and equip that. Doesn't have vigilance though. Let's get rid of his Onslaught Pride. Let's get a little more lifelink. I think in this case I have to leave Cloud back to block with. I might just be dead anyway, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm cooked here. That's too bad. I'm not gonna get enough lifelink off of the Vindicator here to really matter. I'm dead anyway, no reason not to cast that. I've still got the 2 mana up for Faithful Absence. Oh my goodness. They're not going to swing in with everything right now. Why? Oh, that's wild. Oh, I don't think they're going to see this coming. What a bold choice. What a absolute savage for doing that. And now I'm gonna deal 8 damage to... Who am I dealing 8 damage to? I guess just one of their flyers. I mean, I still have to find an answer on my next turn, but at least I've got time now. This is starting to look like I might survive. I don't know. I have to swing in with my commander here just to get the card draw from the Aether Spark. Yeah, that's fine. Good. Gonna get counters, fine. Looking for answers here. Equipped creature has non-basic land walk. If I had a creature that could deal 52 damage right now, that might work, but that's not going to be the case. That would have been nice to have before combat to get extra counter. I don't know, maybe I just hold up some mana and bluff. Maybe they'll make a mistake like they did last turn. I mean, I should still be dead here. They could have swung out with everything last turn and that would have been game, but I guess they wanted to go one more round. Yeah, now I'm cooked. Yep, that's gonna have to be it. Let's get lifelink on. Oh, it's too bad I can't put it on him. That's fine. Let's put it on Stoneforge. Let's block their bigger stuff at least. At least go out trying, you know. Yeah, well, good game. Good game. 55. I think I probably could have had that. I might do one more game. I'm just feeling it. I don't know. Unfortunately, I haven't really been able to do what I came here to do very well with this commander. So let's jump into it one more time. Give it one more go. Unfortunately, this deck is pretty underpowered. Yeah, I'm gonna skip this. I'm not playing Azorius. I'll play one more game, but it's not gonna be this game. Well, we'll try this one more time. Yeah, unfortunately this deck is a little underpowered compared to most of the decks I'm going to be matched up against on Brawl, but it is still fun. I do still like trying to get the ultimate with the Aether Spark. This could be okay. This is a pretty terrible deck. I know exactly what they're doing here. They're going to ramp like crazy, and then they're going to take a bunch of extra turns. So I guess they do have some type of because it paused right there. That means they had an interaction that they could have taken. Yeah, so they are going to leave up 2 blue here for good reason. I know exactly why they did that. They want to make sure that their commander is going to be safe. But I've got to go for it anyway. If I let their commander go, then it's gonna get ugly pretty quick. So if they have their counter spell, they gotta cast it now. Oh, they're not. I wonder if they're just gonna save their counter spell for something else. Interesting. Yeah, they're gonna cast it again. Unfortunately, this time I don't have removal for it. I could put Pariah on it, but that's not really the problem here. Let's go ahead and blow up their artifact. I've already lost this game. I don't know why I'm playing it. I don't know why I thought I would stand a chance against this deck. I really don't. I play the same commander. I know how ugly it is. I know this deck isn't a good match against it. I guess I'm just going to let them have their game and do their cool stuff. So they can't counter my commander now. I could go for protection from blue. Yeah, maybe protection from blue is the choice. Yeah, let's do this. Because then if the commander, or whoever I attach this to, if it does deal damage. Let's see if they want to block this. I'll trade. That's fine. Yeah, so if I can equip this to my commander, which, okay, looks like I'm not going to be able to. That's fine. Oh, that's good. I'm glad they're attacking here. I'm just going to block with my commander. That's good. Or, better yet, let's do this. And then I am going to tap Lauren to get the card draw too. And unfortunately I have to let them draw a card as well. Oh, Sheltered by Ghost. That's pretty solid. Okay, so they're gonna trade here. That's alright. So if I attach this, I should be able to get the enchantment from it. Yeah, that works. Sure. Might as well just equip this. Let's see what they got in store. Their commander's getting pretty expensive right now. Let's pay the war. That's okay, I'll recast it and I'll tutor again. That's no big deal. I'll let them do whatever they're going to do next turn, and then on my next turn I can cast Cloud and equip the sword to it, so it's got protection from blue. So my next turn I won't really do much, and game over. Great, that's pretty cool. That's really fun. I could have put Pariah on there, but I mean that's just going to prolong things. I'm not feeling it. Try to do one more. I'm really just trying to get one game in where I can actually showcase, actually be able to win off of using the Aether Spark and drawing cards and getting those artifacts attached. If I go first here, I could. Okay, of course. Of course, I'm not going first. No. Of course I'm gonna go second to Ghoul Ramp deck. Yeah. Because why not? Why wouldn't I? I mean, who wants to play second against or who wants to play first against a ramp deck? Not me. I love going second. I love losing games. It's so much fun. Let's draw some cards. Oh, yeah, I am being salty here. That is correct. Yes, I am. And look, I've got Path to Exile just in case I want to give them some more ramp. Discard a card. Make him cast it again. I've got this Wrath of God. It's waiting for him. It's coming. It's coming for him. They don't know when. They don't know it's coming, but it's coming. They're getting that Wrath. Ooh, I do have Pariah again, too. That's okay. I'm just going to take my time. Yeah, exile it. That's fine. Sure. Yep, let's grab some lands. I don't really need to cast this right now, but I'm going to do it anyway. Otherwise, I'm going to have to discard more cards. And this card isn't a great fit for this deck. I guess it's just to kind of, you know, save myself from some damage long enough to get some traction going or something. Okay. I don't think I cast Wrath of God yet. I want them to put more stuff on the board. I'm only gonna get one land here, so I don't have to discard. Yeah, let's make them recast their commander again. Let's do that. I like that idea. Okay, sure. You know what? I'm glad they use that now, because now they're not going to have that to save themselves from the Wrath. Hopefully they play another creature here. Yeah, go for it. That's alright. That's a lot of mana. They're making a lot of mana here. Hopefully they don't cast some giant Eldrazi Annihilator. Okay, well that's not awesome. Cool, well that's that then. I don't know what that was. That was a problem. I know what that was, it was a problem. Awesome, yep, see, there you go, 160. That's what happens when you go turn 2 against a Gruul ramp deck. Probably... Yeah, that's that. That is that. Awesome. So these matchups are going wonderfully. I love these matchups. I guess I'm just a sucker for punishment, because I'm going to try one more. I don't know what it is about trying to make a video whenever I play these games. Oh, Ugin. Oh, Ugin, not Ugin. Are we really doing this? Are we doing this? And they're going to go first. Cool. Awesome. Great. Let's try it again. Let's try it again. If you get matched up against one of those decks that, like, you know they're going to ramp like crazy, or you know they're going to be a pain to try to deal with, like Ugin, like, you've got to at least go first to have a chance against trying to beat them. But if those, I mean, even Ugin is like, I mean, the whole point of that deck is to just ramp up so you can get your commander out, so you can get Ugin out and start removing permanents. Now I know I did have a lot of artifacts in this deck which are colorless, so they wouldn't have been able to remove them, but it doesn't really matter because they're still just going to make a ton of mana and cast a bunch of giant Eldrazi spells, and it's going to be game over pretty quick anyway. Yeah, still control deck. Man, am I doing this? You know what? It is 3 colors and I've got Winter Moon, so yeah, you know what? I am doing this. We are going to do this. And of course, I'm going second here too. Can't go first to save my life. Really can't. And he's going to take his time so he can look at all the cool counter spells and extra turn cards that he has in his hand. He's just drooling looking at all those counter spells right now. Yeah, hello to you too. I'm not in the mood. Oh, if you're in a good mood and you don't want to be in a good mood, just go ahead and play some Arena. Play some Brawl in Arena. If you just don't feel like being in a good mood, just let the salt commence. So I know they're there, but they're just gonna rope me anyway. For what? Why are they roping? They're playing the most saltiest deck. Look at those salt colors. Blue, that's a color of salt. White, salt. Yep, he's just gonna make me eat that rope. And for what? Why? I don't understand. I don't get it. He's probably mad because I didn't say hello to him. Sure, so he's just gonna pass his turn. Whatever. I don't know what he's doing right now. Why is he looking at his hand like he's gonna cast a spell, but he didn't cast a spell on his last turn? I don't know if he's actually gonna play this or if he's just gonna rope the whole game. Yeah, I guess we're just gonna do the whole rope thing. Alright, cool. That's fine. Well, you know what? I'm gonna sit here. I'll eat the rope. I don't care. Because at the end of the game, you're gonna get that little screen at the end where it says you were defeated. So, that's worth it to me. This is the kind of stuff that happens when you try to record a game. They're gonna take their sweet time. Let's see. Let's just grab a sword, I guess. I probably won't have the mana to play anything next turn, but they're gonna rope anyway. Man, you just find the most mature players on this game. That's fine. We'll just sit here. So if you're watching this video, I hope you've by now you went ahead and just skipped along, moved that little slider bar at the bottom to the end of the video, because there's nothing to see here. And here we are. Cool. What an awesome game. So the reason I muted him at the beginning there is because if you say hello straight from the beginning, it's a 50-50 chance on whether you're going to say hello and you're just going to have a good game and everyone's going to have fun, or there's the other 50% where they're just going to follow up with good game and they're just going to be toxic the whole time. So usually if they start off saying something like hello, at first I used to be like, oh, they're just saying, you know, hello, they're trying to have a good game, which is cool. Until I learned that that's unfortunately not always going to be the case. Usually it's going to be followed up with a bunch of just emotes and just good games, and yeah. But that's that. That is going to be that for this. Unfortunately, I couldn't really get much else going from this, but we'll maybe try this deck again another day, but I think I've had enough of it for now.